It was a quiet afternoon on a Friday back in 2010. My phone rang and I got a text from my friend, which read,
Hey, do you want to come over later?
I decided to go to his house. It's not that far, maybe 10 minutes or so. So I took my skateboard. When I got to his house, I rang the doorbell, but no one answered. I rang it again. Still nothing. I could feel that something was wrong. I wanted to make sure he was alright, so I busted the door off the hinges, and I heard a loud scream from upstairs. My heart started beating fast. I was extremely scared at this point. I ran upstairs to see what happened. As I reached the end of the hallway, I went into his room and saw him, on the ground, looking like he hadn't slept in days. His bloodshot eyes focused on the closet door. I tried talking to him. Are you okay? I asked him. I got no response. His main focus was on the closet door. All of a sudden, he jolted up and ran to the kitchen and pulled a knife out from one of the drawers and pulled it to his wrist. I was confused and scared because I had no idea what was going on. Everything was really strange and it terrified me. I tried to tell him to stop, but he wouldn't listen. It seemed that he didn't even know I was there. As he had the knife to his wrist, he stared at the wall, yelling.
Is this what you want?
He cut his arm and tossed the blood at the wall and ran downstairs. I chased after him. It seemed like he was losing his mind. He stared blankly at the air, saying,
Please. No more.
I had no idea who or what he was talking to. Then I started to hear voices. It seemed that who or whatever was talking was the one making him do these things.
I fed you enough.
He yelled. Then he finally realized that I was there. He looked at me with a dead stare.
Go.
He said.
Go away. I can deal with this myself.
This was very confusing, but I went away like he said. I walked into a walk-in closet. The closet was dark as the light was not switched on. I felt the wall for a switch. I found it and turned it on. What I saw in that closet was horrifying. Cow carcasses were hanging from the ceiling with buckets on the floor underneath them. The buckets were filled with blood from the carcasses. I threw up from the horrific stench. I couldn't take it anymore in that awful closet, so I just walked out, still feeling sick from throwing up more than ever. I saw my friend on the floor looking like someone had just attacked him. He had bruises, cuts, and blood covering his shirt. Who did this to you? I asked. He told me that it did this to him. What is it? I asked. No answer. I heard something running down the steps toward us. Whatever this invisible thing was, it pushed me out of the way and attacked him again. Why are you doing this? I shouted at it. I heard it run back upstairs. I picked up my friend and put him over my shoulders and ran out the door as fast as I could. He nearly slipped out of my grip because of the amount of blood on him. I set him on the ground and called an ambulance. I obviously had to say something besides that mysterious, invisible thing attacked him, so I told him that we were hiking and he got attacked by a wolf. 2 weeks later, I visited him in the hospital. He looked a lot better, which made me happier. I went up to him and put a box of chocolates on the table beside him. I asked him how he was doing. I will never forget his response.
What I saw, other people couldn't. What I saw was hell itself, and it's still out there.